methodical players in Brawlhalla. Stingray is so good at picking apart the mechanics of the game. He does some of the best weapon guides on YouTube. See if he can convert that into a win here on Demon Island.
Gonna definitely need all the help he can get as we get into this next game. The down air comes out from Mounir Stingray with a D-Light into side air, and looking pretty strong so far, but no big reads immediately. Mounir, though, completely flipping the script. The ground pound comes out, and Stingray avoiding it. Side light, waiting for Mounir's landing. He does catch one there, but it's just the kind of feel-out stage here. No big strings already.
No. And I think we're going to see a lot of that. Unless Mounir really does start to get comfortable, he really does start to get confident, I don't think we're going to see any of those big, anybody going for huge strings. We're going to see that chip damage. We're going to keep things in neutral. We're going to keep things close, not be risky. But,
I love that from Stingray there. The side air disarms Mounir, forces the low recovery. He throws a weapon toss, but without a lot of momentum, so it does the arch. It lands very slowly, and then he walks up and hits the signature to cover the landing back to the stage. Really smart stuff from Stingray, using all the options given to him. The down air comes out, and unfortunately a grounded down air on the stage stops that edge guard attempt, but a side air immediately dashing back, catching the jump with a nair. Mounir gets an end light off stage, though Stingray without a weapon. GC side light into side air. Mounir not scared to pull the trigger on big moments like that off stage. GC side light, side air, and it's an even stock game.
And good thing he wasn't scared to pull the trigger on that, because he needed that knockout right then. Stingray was starting to get so much more momentum going in his direction. The side light going to come up with a nair. The nair is going to get a nice punish with the Sarah off of it. Stingray is going to try it again, try to get that snap back D-Light, but Mounir was not in position.
Light into side air. Mounir now closing in on Stingray. Stingray's been very avoidant so far of the side light. A lot of the grounded game hasn't reaped a lot of rewards so far, but as I say that, I dash forward into end light, avoiding the signature. Side light into dealer's choice, and that time he goes for a dodge read. He doesn't get it. Side light, another wait. And Stingray isn't pulling the trigger on any reads so far. We see the ground pound wind up, but Mounir interrupts it.
Stingray's got some pressure put against him. He's trying to find his way back to stage. That nice little recovery is going to go ahead and thread its way in and send Mounir off the top blast zone. One stock left for Mounir in game number 1.
Jump side airs, trying to catch Mounir, potentially dashing through to pick up a weapon. Immediate weapon pickup into an N-sig there, trying to catch Stingray jumping. Stingray's been so good at taking to the skies and then getting the pogo downers. Mounir losing his weapon in the process, as well as burning his dodge, but the breakdance is able to take it coast to coast. Mounir now forcing last stock, an incredibly close game number 1.
Amazing awareness from Mounir. That was that slight little delay to know that it was the attack was coming out and to be able to get the perfect punish off of it. Mounir's put himself in a great position here, and he might almost have this back even, and that was one heck of a lead that Stingray started off this game with.
Oh, the high recovery. Mounir with a nice punish that goes back to the stage. Another gauntlet recovery. GC N-sig, you lose the stock off the top. Mounir taking the game. Oh my goodness.
Literal freight train. And we saw it there, hitting that neutral sig so high in the air. It doesn't matter how damaged Stingray was. That was going to take him through the blast zone.
Stingray will be taking it to a different stage here with the soft platform as well.
Big whiff on the stairs. Stingray, nice punish off of it. Coming down, we're gonna see the pogo. No, he's gonna get underneath Mounir with the recovery. The neutral light as soon as he gets back down the stage. Can he find him again? Mounir swapping over to the gauntlets.
Immediately walking forward into Stingray. Stingray was so poised in the last game, but now Mounir definitely realizing his advantage. It is putting Stingray in the corner, and then avoiding a pogo becomes very difficult. But as I say that, a D-Light into recovery, a great anti-air option, but he doesn't find the KO that time. Another recovery does hit for Mounir.
Ooh, nice weapon throw from Mounir. That was just enough interruption for Stingray, but he's able to finish that up with the recovery. A lot of force coming off of that. Going to go ahead and take that stock off of Mounir, and that does give Stingray a very slight advantage, and he's trying to get that extra credit right here, right now. Mounir, orb in hand, the fadeaway Sarah, but that one is going to connect, and that's going to take Stingray off his first stock.
You get a little bit of extra credit, but definitely want a lot more versus a legend like the Petra, who can find stocks very early or just do so much damage. We pick up another spear. Stingray leaning into the weapon that we all know him for. A down air into an N-sig. That's a lot of damage. Stingray going for a recovery there. It gets avoided by Mounir. Mounir closing in. Stingray avoids GC and light to send Stingray back off stage.
Stingray's doing such a good job at using those nairs right next to the ground, threading those in there, and bouncing Mounir back up into the sky. Okay, we'll use the only bit of real estate he had on the stage to land safely. Big punish on the side stick from Mounir. Oh no, he just got a solid off of it, but that is going to go ahead and connect, and that is going to knock Mounir off to the side of the stage. And Stingray holding on to his stock lead.
such a smart option there to cover that corner space. The orb online now, the side light into Nair. Mounir's not been getting hit by much after the side lights, but Stingray has been so good at chase dodging or just avoiding in general to get away from the punish attempt. The recovery comes out, a big recovery from Stingray into a side air. Mounir with a ground pound there, goes through the platform. Stingray is ready for it. Another down light comes out, a side light to catch a jump, a Nair as well to follow up with more damage. Mounir is getting completely juked right now. He cannot find a hit, but as I say that, a GC downlight into recovery will take that stock.
Stingray is looking phenomenal here in game number 2. It really does look like he's got at least part of the download completed on Mounir. The Nair is going to take Stingray off stage. The sweat beads come out, but he's able to Nair his way back up on stage. What's he going to do? We're going to see him take the air. We're going to see him just pull out the side light. We're going to dance around in neutral just for a minute, and a big punish. Mounir jumped right into it. Stingray was ready to lay the trap.
Mounir will hold on to his stock here and hold on to his chances for this game. Stingray already showing his willingness to get the KO options, and that's going to cover the jump to center stage with the spear recovery, and that's going to be a 1-1 set count. It is very, very competitive, very, very close with it, and we see a counter pick here from Mounir over to the Roman Reigns. The hammer comes back. He said it to me before, sometimes I just want to entertain, and the hammer is just that, entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, you can never go wrong with Teros. See if the axe is going to help him out against Stingray. Stingray, we didn't see a whole lot of the axe last game, but now that he's going up against a slower legend, it looks like he's a little more comfortable pulling it out and giving it a try. The Sarah is going to smack Mounir off stage, whip throw out, and we're back on that spear.
Side light into Nair. I love that combo from Stingray, and the Nairs have been picking apart Mounir right now, but you can never count Teros out.
Never,
right now,
ever.
He's getting suppressed. I mean, this is looking very rough. The downlight does catch Stingray jumping in the air. The side air will cross up Mounir, and Mounir in an edge guard opportunity for Stingray as the down sig is the one to cover the option, and that has worked so well to cover the grounded state.
I do worry we got into it a little bit yesterday watching Stingray, and he got a little too comfortable just throwing that signature out, and he got punished big for it. I don't want to see him rely too much on it in this set against Mounir. Ooh, Mounir's reaching the recovery coming up. Stingray's trying one of his own. He misses, but the Dare is going to knock Mounir back down the stage. The unarmed Sayer is going to connect. He downlights over. Mounir keeps him off the weapon.
Oh my goodness.
The gravity cancel stop. Could not finish it up.
It was so close there. Mounir having so many opportunities to find a KO, but he couldn't hit anything meaningful as he's dashing forward, trying for the D-Light. We see a side light into recovery. Stingray forcing Mounir. D-Light recovery, it's enough. Stingray up 3 stocks to 1, and the Roman Reigns was not the answer.
No, not at all. Stingray's in his head. I mean, this is what Stingray does. He's methodical, he figures you out, and he exploits your weaknesses. And here we go, he's gonna drop back in, a full stock to work with here. Mounir's got a lot of work to do, but with that Teros hammer in hand, that is a way to get it done. There we go, some more damage against Stingray. Mounir trying to build it up a little bit, but another signature place by Stingray on the edge. Mounir, feet back up, we're back in neutral.
Side light once again. Stingray has been so effective at anti-airing Mounir. He can never jump in anywhere near Stingray because he will always find a way to punish a side air that time to cover the ground state. End light will usher Mounir back off stage. He gets into sweat beads, 1 exclamation point. He reversals though with the recovery. Immediate chase dodge downwards. Stingray getting out of dodge with that Nair though to give him back some space and holding on to the stock lead. D-light side air for Mounir keeps the action going.
All right. The disarm though can be huge. It's gonna hit again. Stingray gonna go ahead and take himself back off stage. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm sorry, Stingray. I will shut up, bro.
It always works. The signature always hitting.
Oh no, we're just gonna get right back into it. Just kidding. We're not gonna show you that one.
Getting right into a counter pick for Mounir here. We're going over to the Dusk, so we want a spear. We want an orb as well, and we saw a lot of success from this from players like Loras and Godly, but right now Mounir is putting his own spin on it. The side air is a little bit too low. Stingray now with an opportunity, but Mounir gets the side air out in time. Side light into Nair. Stingray showing the axe off right now, doing quite a bit of damage. The damage lead still in Mounir's favor though.
Anytime Mounir goes into the sky, Stingray just has to put hands on him, but there we go. Huge combo, finish off with a Sayer, and we're gonna get some dust action here as we are seeing the spear ditto now as Stingray's having a hard time dealing with his favorite weapon.
Side air landing the end light off stage. Mounir is completely lights out. His signature in the corner. His pogo off stage. Stingray now getting sent back off stage. He has to cycle over to an axe. Mounir without a weapon, but he's still fighting unarmed. He feels the momentum of this moment. The D-light into the GC breakdance off the soft platform. The Nair comes out as well. And another signature. And Mounir is up 3 stocks to 1.
Stingray is about to flame to that neutral sig. That is 3 for 3 from Mounir. He is catching Stingray with it with no.
Oh my goodness.
No fight back. Stingray just jumps right into it. There we go. He pulled the trigger on it that time, wasn't able to get it, but he's still in a good position.
even avoiding that, not jumping that time, but he put himself low. He gets hit with a pogo in the process. Stingray looking for the edge guard. Now he's going to look for a signature. No, it's just a recovery, and that's going to be 2 stocks to 1. Stingray still with an opportunity. If he can take a stock early, he can win this in game 4, but it's looking like a game 5 to me, slow motion.
Well, finally able to put the brakes on it. Mounir was really starting to put the work on Stingray there. Oh, throwing that neutral stick again. Stingray finally being able to put a little bit of punish on it. Sayer's going to hit, in the sideline. There we go, he hit him. Grab the cancel D-line in the recovery. Not enough. He cannot get up with the exhaust recovery there at the end. But now Mounir with the side sig against Stingray. The dare's going to miss. Oh, but he hits him with another side sig, and that is going to put Mounir up 2-2 against Stingray. We're going to game number 5, PJ.
Indeed, let's get a 3-2-1 brawl going, because this is incredibly close. Thank you all so much. That's our first good one of the night, and there's so many great matches lined up. As we get into this one, though, it's game 5. We're going back to Small Fortress of Lions.
No, I do not see Stingray falling into the same traps as at game number 4. He knows what is at stake here. He knows what he is capable of, and we're seeing that D-Light come back. Mounir staying out of the way of it. It is just a spear ditto here. Mounir with the D-Light in the Sayer. Can he catch him? He threw that neutral stick out. Stingray keeping his feet on the ground this time.
The pogo, the side light. Mounir getting put in a terrible spot. We know the down stick is on Stingray's mind, but he's going to let it rip. The end light sends off stage. Mounir picks up an orb this time, trying to break the mold here, not favoring the Spirit Ditto, and that's a side stick to punish Mounir side stick, and Stingray is up almost in a completely flawless stock.
No, he sat there and he took all the abuse last game, took all the punishment last game, and now it's time to punish. Mounir unarmed, can't find a weapon drop. Stingray's gonna D-Light out of the way and let Mounir get the orb in hand. We're seeing him come up with the nairs, catches the side air, going down the ground pound, but you're gonna get pogoed.
Not a lot of horizontal forgiveness there when it's the aerial version of that move. The nair comes out as well. Another nair into a recovery. Mounir trying to find any way to get back in this game. Stingray will not make it so easy. There's no more free lunges in top 8. Sidelight into side air, nowhere near KOing. We're going to need a lot more damage build here, or a deep signature. Stingray avoiding it, 2 exclamation points, avoids the secondary GC side stick, and Stingray's back to center stage, back with another stock to work with.
Yeah, we're seeing the signatures come out from Mounir, and it's not effective. Grab the cancel sidelight in the Sayer is going to go ahead and confirm that stock off Stingray, and things are looking a heck of a lot closer than they were 5 seconds ago.
And with the orb in hand, and especially at this low damage, Mounir's definitely going to be able to put on the damage. Any end light, any side light in there. That time to catch the jump from Stingray. Stingray somewhat floundering here. I feel like when Stingray's jumping a lot, it's not working out. He wants to try to anti-air Mounir. He needs to be the one on the ground.
Oh, nice nair, gonna send Mounir up. Everybody's gonna land safely. Mounir wants the spear. He wants the ditto against Stingray. Stingray has the edge guard position. The signature gonna work. Almost a top 45, and it is gonna go ahead and confirm. Stingray is 1 stock away from knocking Mounir out of BCX 2025.
One of the only last hopes for EU right now, avoiding the side stick, gets a pogo. Mounir going for it all with that nair. A GC D-Light into side air. Mounir getting sent off stage. Stingray now holding the soft platform. The nair comes out, and he goes back to neutral, but he has such a big lead. Mounir's trying to figure out a way to break through. Stingray's movement is impeccable. The orb getting an end light, but it's not nearly enough. The side light, the D-Light, the side air. Mounir getting sent off stage, and Stingray knows that he just needs to play it safe here. He knows he has such a big lead, avoiding the side stick there. Another pogo that time. The damage build is looking good for Stingray. Oh my goodness, it didn't KO though. The D-Light sends off stage. He chases him off using the D-Light. The side air confirms it, and Stingray moves on into top 6 as Mounir bows out. A incredible showing on the Bryn from Stingray.